Hold up, because what you're about to see could completely change your 2026 SUV buying decision. Three Japanese heavyweights just dropped their latest models, and folks, they're coming in hot. One went full-tech beast mode, another kept that raw, authentic appeal that knockoffs can't touch, and the third, it's mixing luxury with bulletproof reliability in a way that'll make you question everything you thought you knew about SUVs. But here's the kicker. One of these made a controversial change that could seriously bite you if you buy without knowing. Stick around till the end, because I'm going to break down which one gives you the most bang for your buck before you put down that deposit on your 2026 SUV. This is Motorreg. Let's kick things off with Mazda, and I gotta say, they didn't just phone it in this time. While everyone else was expecting some minor tweaks and maybe a new grille, Mazda came out swinging with a complete evolution. The 2026 Mazda CX-5 isn't just a facelift. This is a full-blown transformation. It's longer, sleeker, and packed with more tech than ever before. The body stretches out to 184.6 inches long. That's 74 inches wide and 66.9 inches tall for those keeping score at home. The wheelbase grows to 111 inches, and this beast tips the scales at around 3,638 pounds. What does that mean for you? It means more stable, more comfortable, and way more planted on the highway. This thing feels like it could shrug off crosswinds like they're nothing. Now, let's talk about looks, because Mazda knows how to make an entrance. The front grille is wider and more aggressive. You've got those signature dual LED headlights that look like they mean business. And around back, check this out, they spell out the full Mazda name across the tailgate. Sound familiar? Yeah. Another Japanese brand pulled the same move recently, and we'll get to them in a minute. Trust me, you'll want to hear about that one. Step inside, and you'll see Mazda stuck with their minimalist philosophy, but elevated it. We're talking soft touch materials everywhere, rock-solid build quality, and a brand new steering wheel with the Mazda name front and center. You've got 5 real seats here, not 4 plus a dog bed situation. The seats themselves are slimmer, but somehow more supportive, with lumbar adjustment and heating in the upper trims. Here's something practical that'll make your life easier. The doors swing open almost 90 degrees. If you've ever struggled getting a car seat in or loading groceries in a tight parking spot, you'll appreciate this. And parents, listen up. Rear passengers now get their own air vents, USB-C ports, and actual legroom. No more complaints from the back seat about being forgotten. The cargo area, massive upgrade. You're looking at 20.6 cubic feet with all seats up and a ridiculous 71.2 cubic feet when you fold them down. That's weekend trip capacity, Home Depot run capacity, everything you need capacity. But where Mazda really flexed is in the tech department. Base models come with a 12.9-inch screen, but spring for the higher trims, and you're getting a 15.6-inch display. And get this, they went full Google Automotive. That means built-in Google Maps, Google Assistant, YouTube Music, the whole ecosystem. Plus, you still get wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so nobody's left out. Now here's where things get interesting, and this is that controversial change I mentioned. Mazda ditched the physical climate control buttons and that beloved center dial controller. Everything's on screen now. Some people love it, some people hate it with a passion. They did keep the traditional gear shifter though, which honestly, I respect. There's something satisfying about a real shifter. Under the hood, you're getting a 2.5-litre naturally aspirated 4-cylinder cranking out 187 horsepower and 175 pound-feet of torque. Now before you yawn, they threw in a 24-volt mild hybrid system that smooths out the starts and helps with fuel economy. You can get it in front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, both mated to a 6-speed automatic. 0 to 60? About 10.5 seconds. Not breaking any records, but this isn't a sports car. It's a family hauler. Fuel economy comes in at around 31.5 miles per gallon combined, which translates to about 7.3 litres per 100 kilometers. That's pretty solid for something this size. Towing capacity sits at 2,205 pounds. Perfect for a small boat, a couple of jet skis, or that teardrop camper you've been eyeing. It's not going to pull a horse trailer, but for most folks, it's more than enough. Safety-wise, Mazda loaded this thing up. You've got automatic emergency braking, 360-degree sensors, adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, and adaptive headlights. Consumer Reports keeps ranking it among the most reliable SUVs you can buy, and Mazda retuned the suspension and steering to make it more comfortable on long drives while keeping it sharp in the corners. Price-wise, you're looking at $30,000 to $40,000, depending on trim and market, backed by a 5-year or 62,000-mile warranty, depending on your country. It's hitting Latin America in December 2025, but US buyers should see it around the same time, with reservations already open. Bottom line on the CX-5. It's not the cheapest, it's not the most powerful, but it's one of the most balanced and reliable options out there. If you want understated design, real driving dynamics, and useful tech without paying luxury prices, this Mazda delivers every single time. Alright, moving on to number 2, and this is where things get real. The 2026 Subaru Forester doesn't follow trends. While everyone else is obsessing over massive screens and flashy features, Subaru stuck to what they know best: solid mechanics, genuine all-wheel drive, and proven durability. This new generation evolves without losing its soul, blending toughness with refinement. The design? Still boxy and functional but modernized. The grille is wider, the headlights are slimmer, and the wilderness trim gets blacked-out details, skid plates, and all-terrain tires. Dimensions come in at 183.1 inches long, 72 inches wide, and 68.1 inches tall. It keeps those balanced proportions and that tall stance that just screams capability. Inside, the Forester doesn't pretend to be a luxury car, and honestly, that's refreshing. What it does offer is pure practicality. 2 rows of spacious seats, a commanding driving position, and visibility that's absolutely outstanding. You can see everything around you. The materials are tough, with either leather or water-resistant synthetic leather depending on trim. But here's where the Forester really shines: space. The cargo area offers 30 cubic feet with seats up and 75.2 cubic feet with them folded. That beats rivals like the Mazda CX-50 and Toyota RAV4. If you're the type who actually uses your SUV for adventures, camping gear, sports equipment, this matters big time. Tech-wise, the Forester gets an 11.6-inch vertical touchscreen with wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Upper trims add wireless charging, Harman Kardon audio that actually sounds premium, and an integrated voice assistant. Everything is organized simply so you focus on driving, not fumbling through menus. That's Subaru's philosophy in a nutshell. Less distraction, more driving. Now let's talk powertrains. And this is where it gets interesting because Subaru gives you 2 very different paths depending on your market. Option 1 is the 2.5-litre gasoline boxer. This horizontally opposed 4-cylinder pumps out 180 horsepower and 176 pound-feet of torque. It's paired with a CVT automatic and permanent all-wheel drive. 0 to 60 happens in 8.3 seconds. Fuel economy ranges from 26 to 33 miles per gallon depending on how you drive. Towing maxes out at 3,500 pounds in the wilderness trim. That's serious capability for weekend warriors. Option 2 is the e-Boxer hybrid system. A 2.0-litre gas engine teams up with an electric motor and a tiny 0.8 kilowatt-hour battery. Combined output is 194 horsepower and 192 pound-feet of torque. You keep that symmetrical all-wheel drive, and 0 to 60 drops to 8.6 seconds with combined fuel economy up to 34.4 miles per gallon. For towing, the wilderness version handles 3,500 pounds, while other trims manage 1,500. Still solid for most recreational needs. Safety. Subaru doesn't cut corners. Every single Forester comes with EyeSight, their safety suite that includes automatic emergency braking, adaptive cruise, lane keeping, and blind spot monitoring. In Insurance Institute for Highway Safety Tests, the Forester consistently scores top marks. This is a legitimately safe vehicle. Pricing runs from $33,000 to $43,500, with a 3-year 36,000-mile basic warranty and a 5-year 60,000-mile powertrain warranty. Not the longest coverage, but Subarus are known for going way beyond warranty periods anyway. The 2026 Forester doesn't try to be the flashiest option. but it's one of the most honest. Real all-wheel drive, brutal amounts of space, and reliability that few can match. It's not for everyone, but if you choose it, you know you've got a partner that'll outlast the trends. But wait, because what's coming next is even better. Oh man, I want one of these. The 2026 Toyota RAV4 arrives to reaffirm its dominance as the most reliable hybrid SUV on the planet. Toyota didn't need to reinvent anything, but they did it anyway. This new generation isn't about grabbing attention with giant screens or empty promises. It's about what Toyota has always stood for: reliability, efficiency, and technology that actually works. The design evolves with a lower grille, C-shaped headlights, and a cleaner silhouette. It measures 181.1 inches long, 72.8 inches wide, and 66.5 inches tall. It's just slightly more refined, but it looks more solid and mature. The rear end adopts horizontal taillights and a more practical liftgate. Inside, you've got 5 spacious and comfortable seats with new ergonomic designs and a dashboard that thankfully keeps physical controls. The center screen grows to 12.3 inches and uses Toyota's new Arene operating system with over-the-air updates and a more natural voice assistant. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto come standard, and upper trims add an 800-watt JBL system that sounds absolutely spectacular. But here's the game changer, and this is huge. Toyota eliminated pure gasoline engines completely. Every single RAV4 is now either hybrid or plug-in hybrid. Let that sink in. No more base 4-cylinder option. You're going green whether you plan to or not. The standard hybrid system combines a 2.5-litre engine with electric assistance, delivering 219 horsepower in front-wheel drive and 227 in all-wheel drive. The plug-in hybrid jumps to 302 horsepower and rockets from 0 to 60 in just 5.8 seconds. That's sports car territory in a family SUV. Fuel economy. The regular hybrid gets between 40 to 45 miles per gallon combined. The plug-in can run up to 42 miles on pure electricity before the gas engine kicks in. Plus, it can tow up to 3,500 pounds. Weekend adventures, boat launches, no problem. Safety-wise, Toyota maintains its gold standard. Every RAV4 includes Toyota Safety Sense 4.0 with automatic emergency braking, cross-traffic alert, lane keeping, adaptive cruise, and driver attention monitoring. Consumer Reports has rated it over 80 points for reliability, which is basically their seal of approval. The hybrid system warranty? 8 years or 100,000 miles. The battery? 10 years or 150,000 miles. Toyota is basically saying this will outlive your loan and probably your next loan too. Pricing starts at $32,000 for the base hybrid and climbs to $45,000 for the plug-in GR Sport Edition. In Latin America, hybrid versions imported from Japan and Canada will be available starting mid-2026. US buyers will likely see them sooner. The 2026 Toyota RAV4 isn't the cheapest option, but it's the most well-rounded, efficient, safe, and packing-proven technology that guarantees a decade of peace of mind. It's the perfect SUV for anyone who wants to save on gas without sacrificing that legendary Japanese reliability. So which one should you actually buy? Let's break this down for real. If you still trust traditional gasoline engines and want a vehicle with genuine all-wheel drive, massive space, and long-term reliability, the Subaru Forester is your move. It's the honest choice for people who actually use their SUVs. But if you want something more modern, way more efficient, and with undeniable style, the Toyota RAV4 Hybrid is the smart play. You'll save a fortune on fuel, get incredible resale value, and sleep well knowing you bought one of the most dependable vehicles ever made. The Mazda sits right in the middle, refined, elegant, and hands down the best driving experience of the three. It's for enthusiasts who want a premium feel without the premium price tag. At the end of the day, they all have that Japanese DNA, but only one fits your life. Drop a comment and tell me which one you'd choose and why. Hit that notification bell and check out the next video because we're covering the trucks that are giving these Japanese legends a serious run for their money. And no, I'm not talking about the Chinese brands.